The conversation didn't start with a post. It started with discomfort. After that award night, fans weren't just talking about how Hye Kyo looked, they were talking about how quiet everything suddenly felt online. Comment sections that had once been celebratory shifted in tone. Threads appeared questioning moods, expressions, emotions. And then, almost overnight, a completely different discussion began trending in fan spaces. Criticism. Not of Hye Kyo, but of Lee Min-ho. Photos taken from recent appearances began circulating, and with them came comments that many fans felt crossed a line. Words like wait, appearance, and changed appeared again and again. What started as casual observation quickly turned into harsh judgment, and longtime followers of both stars noticed how aggressive the tone had become. That's when fans say something unexpected happened. According to multiple fan accounts, a short message appeared online, brief, emotional, and unusually direct. It didn't name anyone explicitly. It didn't attack anyone either. But it carried a tone fans weren't used to seeing associated with Hye Kyo. A tone of protection. The message, as fans describe it, urged people to stop commenting on appearances. To remember kindness. To understand that words have weight. Within minutes, screenshots began circulating. Within hours, the message was gone. Deleted. No official confirmation. No explanation. Just disappearance. And that's when the theories exploded. Fans began asking why a message like that would be posted in the first place, and why it would vanish so quickly. Some believed it was never meant to go public for long. Others felt it was an emotional reaction, shared in the moment and reconsidered later. What made the speculation grow louder was the timing. The alleged post appeared shortly after the wave of criticism peaked, and shortly after that award night fans were still dissecting. Suddenly, two separate conversations merged into one, her expression that night, and the online backlash that followed days later. Was it coincidence? Or context? Fans who believed the message was real began re-watching footage from the award night with new eyes. They noticed how composed yet heavy her presence seemed. How she listened intently during speeches. How her applause felt slower, more deliberate. It wasn't sadness, they argued. It was restraint. And restraint often comes from caring deeply while choosing not to react publicly. As screenshots continued to circulate, blurred, cropped, debated, skeptics pushed back. Some questioned the authenticity of the post entirely. Others warned against attributing emotions or motivations without confirmation. But even among disagreement, one thing remained consistent: fans were talking about empathy. The conversation shifted from gossip to boundaries. From rumors to responsibility. People began discussing how normalized it has become to comment on celebrities' bodies, and how rarely someone with influence appears to push back, even indirectly. That's why the alleged message resonated so deeply. Not because of who it was supposedly defending, but because of what it represented. And for many fans, it cast that award night in a completely new light. As days passed, the deleted message discussion refused to die down. Not because new evidence surfaced, but because the emotional logic behind it felt real to many people. Fans weren't clinging to screenshots, they were reacting to a pattern. Hye Kyo had always been careful with words. Reserved in public statements. Thoughtful in interviews. Rarely reactive. That's what made the idea of a brief, emotional message feel so striking. It didn't match her usual public behavior, and that's precisely why fans believed it might have been genuine. Some suggested it wasn't intended as a statement at all, but as a moment of humanity. A reminder that behind fame, endorsements, and public personas, there are real people absorbing real criticism. Others pointed out how quickly such a message would be flagged, scrutinized, and magnified, making deletion almost inevitable, regardless of intention. What truly intensified the discussion was how Song Hye Kyo handled everything afterward. She didn't clarify. She didn't deny. She didn't address it directly. Instead, she continued posting selectively. Professionally. Calmly. As if choosing silence over escalation. And for fans, that choice spoke volumes. Many began connecting dots between her recent interview answers about self-love, boundaries, and protecting peace. Quotes that once sounded general now felt personal. Intentional. Fans also noticed how conversations around Lee Min-ho's appearance slowly died down, not because people stopped noticing, but because others stepped in to shut it down. Comment sections became more defensive. More aware. Whether or not the deleted message was real, its impact was. It changed the tone. Looking back at that award night, fans now describe her expression differently. Not distant. Not withdrawn. But concerned. Thoughtful. As though she was carrying something unseen while maintaining composure in public. And that's what made this entire arc so dramatic. Not scandal. Not confirmation. But empathy. In an industry built on image, the idea that someone would quietly react to cruelty, even momentarily, felt deeply human. By the end of the week, fans stopped asking whether the message existed. Instead, they asked a more uncomfortable question. Why are moments like this so rare? And why do they feel so powerful when they happen? For many viewers, this wasn't about romance or rumors anymore. It was about decency. About restraint. About choosing kindness in an environment that often rewards cruelty. And suddenly, that award night didn't feel mysterious at all. It felt heavy, because sometimes, caring does.